guys, welcome to the first week of the 90-day challenge. First, just want to welcome you to this. If you poked around the portal already, don't skip through. Start with the 90-day challenge. It's going to direct you through each and every step of this. As you see here, the research all the way through post closing, this is a broker continuum, correct? So we're going to break down every single piece of this process, and this is literally A to Z on how to find a property, figure out the property, find the ownership record, first, second appointment, all the way to closing. Your first deal, 100th deal, whatever it is. This is a process that wasn't just from myself, right? This has been other commercial consultants we've hired, other mentors we've had, and worked with other larger commercial outfits that we're just putting in this. We're not reinventing the wheel here, guys. So, but before we even get into the research, you guys are going to have to understand business, right? Goal setting, and some of this might seem elementary, but reality is a lot of people just don't know where to even start, right, with their day. They just take it, whatever's coming at them, right? And I've been guilty of that for sure. But when we have a process and a roadmap that literally shows you step by step, your day to day, right, week by week, then there's no reason anybody could not be successful. Just farmers. So before we get into the research, though, and the fun stuff, we're going to go through week one, which is the principles of real estate. So just to back up, though, real quick, again, you guys are here. This is the first week, week one business planning. So as you guys notice, what's going to happen is this 90-day challenge, you're going to see all these videos here, but what's going to happen is it's going to show you the sidebar here to the left, the columns. There's going to be different modules. So, for example, we're over week one. There's three, if you can see here where my mouse is hovering, there's three modules that break down many different mini modules, right? So week one. As you can see, there's many modules to cover in week one. But I'm going to go over them. I don't want to say real quick, but I want to cover these, and then each module you're going to dive in. So, and there's other training videos in each module. But what is goal setting, right? So this is Brian Tracy has SMART goals. If you don't know who Brian Tracy is, he has been around for a very long time, and he came up with SMART goals, which is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time limited, right? So here he is, right here. So there's a lot of other little trainings in here and downloadables that you'll be able to go. What we just completed is the 12-week year. So, and I actually have it right here. So it's digital. Print out a hard copy. Write it down, right? Because if you just think about it, it'll just vanish with the idea, right? But when you put it in writing and you write it and you're reading it, it's crazy what happens, right? Because your subconscious literally thinks about that when it sees it. You're writing it, you're visualizing. So all of that is so important, guys, because this isn't just about business, right? The 12-week year, it's about, well, it is about business for sure, but it's about doing more in 12 weeks, right? That's 3 months more than what most people do in an entire 12-month period, right? So it's just condensing that timeline into 12 weeks. So we break down, though, health goals. We how are we keeping our brain sharp? How are we training? What are your goals as far as spending time with family and growing your other relationships? This isn't all just about making money, right? It is all relative, though, because if you're in the gym and you feel good, right? This was something baseball coach, we had Deion Sanders football said, right? You feel good, or I'm sorry, he said actually you look good, right? Then you feel good, right? And then you feel good, you perform, you play good, right? And then as it relates to sports, if you play good, they pay good, right? Well, it's the same in this arena, commercial real estate. If you feel good about yourself, right, you're gonna need confidence on the phone when you're prospecting and cold calling. So, getting in shape, having the energy to sustain an entire day, right? If you're just dragging, you're not going to get something. there's guys out there, they're just going to eat your lunch, right? I mean, just it's an absolute Shark Tank out there. So we we break down goals and we cover all of our bases, and then we get into principles of investment real estate brokerage. Because if you don't have your own goals set, um, you're not even ready for business, right? If you can't get yourself right, your business isn't going to get there, right? So that's why that's a very important module to spend time in. And then we get into the commercial real estate and then business building. We're going to get to in a second for your commercial real estate business. But if you're brand new, this is where you'll learn everything you need to know about commercial real estate. So what is commercial real estate? What are the major food groups, right? Like office, industrial, retail, multifamily. And then what are the sub asset classes, right? Multifamily, there's different sub asset classes of multifamily, right? We buy mobile home communities, right? That's a form of multifamily, but it's not a apartment building, right? Where that's the traditional multifamily, commercial, anything over 5 units. So you're going to learn all that, student housing, all the other. I mean, we've sold laundromats. I mean, there's so many types, land, uh, development, ground lease. So there's so many different asset classes, and spend some time in there and learn. Think about what maybe you would enjoy, or maybe you want to own, right? Maybe you're looking to buy an investment property, and when you can focus your databasing on something you enjoy, obviously it makes it a lot easier, right? So spend some time in there, and then if you are seasoned, you understand this. There's still really good information in here on just even reasons people are buying, holding, selling. There's only 4 reasons owners are there's only 4 things owners are doing at any given time, right? There's literally only 4. They're either buying, selling, they're not buying, or they're not selling. Well, they're obviously holding, right? That's what the main reason for most of these acquisitions are for, to hold onto the cash flow. Yes, some people flip, and that's a business. They just fix it up and flip it. But what can we do during their holding period to be in their mind, top of mind, so when they do feel like selling? Well, that was 3, right? What's the 4th one? Well, if they're not buying, selling, they're obviously holding, but what's the 4th one that they're doing? Well, they could be in a refi event. So we have a private money lending portal in here as well. We'll get to that, but you can help facilitate a loan and make some money off helping them with a refinance or loan product. So that's also in here. There's tasks. So if you have an assistant, there's tasks that an unlicensed real estate assistant can legally perform, or maybe you're not even licensed yet, right? Maybe you're on the consulting role. This is everything that you will be able to do as an unlicensed agent until you get licensed, or maybe you're just trying to buy and own. You do not need a real estate license to buy property, right? You own a house, you don't need a license to buy a house, right? Same with commercial property. So the third module in this is the business planning with specific to commercial, right? So if we go to the first model, that's principles of success just in all areas of your life, right? Your mental, your spiritual, and then the business. So here is where you break your goals, right? You've made your business plan. Here's examples, right? How many mailers do you want to send out? How long are you going to spend in the office? What kind of development calling are you doing, blocking out, right? I mean, if you don't block time, you won't make time just randomly throughout the day. Too much stuff comes at you. So there's really good examples in here, and then there's ways that we're prospecting. So we want to make warm calls, right? Cold calls are not fun, but we all got to do it, and until you get some juniors or some help. But we have a process where you can send letters, and we prepare you to prospect. So let me jump there. So we have the downloadable worksheets, right? So as you're preparing to prospect, because you don't just go prospect, right? What does that even mean? You're just going to go randomly prospect? No, you have to prepare. Like what do you need to do to get ready to prospect, right? So here's a list of questions. Here's a good video, training video before you start making your calls, and then there's 6 different worksheets to download for your prospects. So you might have you might be in the business already and have inactive clients, right? We have a worksheet to go through digging up your inactive clients or re-engaging those. Good fit, bad fit worksheet. There's some people you might just not want to work with, right? They might not be the people. You just might not want to work with them. So opening statement, or maybe there's no responses, referral strategies, and different worksheets. So this is a great module here. There's prospecting. And then the last section here is the seller agrees to sell. So this is going over, before we even get into the calls, right? We like putting this up front because there's going to be quite a few calls made before you get a yes, right? Hopefully not, but just to set your expectations, 1 to 2%. Right? You might get out of 100 calls, a couple that say they might be interested, right? So when you finally get an yes, what do? Right? You're gonna be no, and someone's gonna say, yeah, well, I do want to. Okay, well, then now what? Right? So then there's downloadables for broker valuation steps, like there's processes to doing the BOV, right? Broker opinion of value, and then there's an off market deal cycle, and this is a really great module. It's about a 10-minute video in here. So that wraps up the first week, guys. Spend some time in here. Again, download, read the 12-week year. We're in January. We just started, so this is a perfect time to get going. And we do this every 3 months. So the 12-week year, we don't just do this first year. You finish, just because you finish this module doesn't mean you don't come back after the end of your 12 weeks, because we're going to review these. Okay, you're going to review these and see what you missed on. And then instead of waiting till next year, you get 4 more chances, which is beautiful, right? 3 more. So after your first 12 weeks, we review it, see what you accomplished or didn't, and then we reset those goals, and then we do it again for the second quarter, and then third quarter, and then now we've had 4 opportunities this year to hit our goals, opposed to just making them at the beginning of the year, going the entire year, and then wasting time, right? Not dialing in on what we're missing. So this is a great module, guys. This is the very beginning. Week 1, week 2, we're going to be getting into your researching a database. So I know you guys will be excited to get going there. But this is the most important step, because it's getting your mind right, your business right. What is even your business? You don't even know maybe where to start right now, right? So this is so important, so that you don't get lost, and that's why we have a roadmap. And where anywhere you're at, you can pick up and say, okay, where am I at here? Well, I don't have any listings. Well, now we need to go back here. Or I have some appointments, but they're not converting into listings. Well, something's going on at the point. So we can always back into it, which is the beauty. But it starts with knowing what you're doing, so that you have a direction to do it. So looking forward to next week.